It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Nice to have you here today. Play along with us as we come to the end of our season here. The last of our semifinals is right ahead. One of these players today will be the first of our 2 finalists in this year's elementary school competition. A potential champion sitting in front of us right now. 2 great teams have been here throughout the year. If you've not seen them, you're in for a treat. Let's meet them right now. We should say hello to the team from University Park. Avery is here with us today, joined by Izzy, the captain in the center, and there is Cora rounding out the threesome. And they're playing against Yorktown. Hey, Phaedra is here today. Jocelyn is there, the team captain, and Ron Gabriel over there, a future engineer. He's over there too. He's a great player. They all are. Here on the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions. Here they be.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, our game board shows question difficulty going from the easy on the left, 5 and 10, and increasingly more difficult, 15, 20, and 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. We never deduct points for incorrect answers. Enter the 2 rounds. One of these 2 very talented, good-looking teams will come back to play again as a finalist in this year's competition. 2 former county champs, hoping to repeat both of them. Let's go over and make sure everything works properly. Izzy, would you try your buzzer? The red team looks like it's ready and raring to go. How about Jocelyn? The green team also looks like they're ready. Congratulations, teams. You've made it this far in the competition, and you didn't get here by luck. You got here through a lot of hard work, and we're proud of you. Let's have a good game. U comes before Y. We go alphabetically, so University Park, Izzy, let's play the game.
Dateline for 5 points.
Dateline for 5 points. One of the words of the year, as decided by the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, means when opinions on a subject are totally opposite, like the North and the South. Ones of these are at opposite ends of the earth.
Poles?
Poles, as in polarization. Yeah, that's what it is. Good. Go red.
Potpourri for 5 points.
Potpourri for 5 points. Your question is as follows. Kermit the Frog recently told a college graduating class that they were no longer one of these metamorphic stages as he once was. University Park.
Past Avery. Tadpole?
Yeah, they're no longer a tadpole, so drop that tail and get to work saving other swamps. So said Kermit. All right, so said Avery. All right, go red.
Green things for 5 points.
Green for 5. Other than numbered streets and main streets, many cities have streets named for trees, like Maple Avenue, Oak Avenue, Pine Street. And this tree that was wiped out by a beetle-carried Dutch disease and is famous for a nightmare that occurred on it. University Park.
Dogwood?
No, give me the name of the street, a tree that is a familiar name in most cities.
Elm?
Elm, a nightmare on Elm Street. I saw the light bulb go off for you, Jocelyn, over there. Good answer. Good, go.
Body systems for 10, please.
Body for 10. Living with pets is thought to reduce stress levels and to make this protective body system stronger. Yorktown. Name that body system.
Immune system?
Immune system. That's what I want to hear. Good, go. 5-point lead for Yorktown.
Body systems for 5, please.
Body for 5. Multiple choice. If you get new shoes that will help to straighten your feet, are they orthodontic, orthopedic, Yorktown?
Orthopedic.
It is orthopedic shoes and orthoscopic or orthodontic. Nicely done. All right, you've studied your prefixes and suffixes. You prepared well for this game. Good, go.
Let's get physical for 5, please.
Physical for 5. How many of you saw the Wicked movie? Yeah. Since Elphaba in the Wicked movie wants to live without limits, going against the rules that others have set for her, she sings a song called
Defying gravity.
Defying Gravity. That's right. That's the force she was trying to defy and rebel against. Good. Go.
Let's get physical for, zoo parade for 5.
Zoo parade for 5 points. All right, we're talking about groups of animals here. Please reset the light over there, please. Thank you. All right, this is zoo for 5. A group of giraffes is called a tower of giraffes. Makes sense. A group of hyenas is a cackle, because they laugh all the time. And a group of these horned pachyderms, Yorktown.
Rhino.
Rhinos is called a crash. Absolutely, because they're like rumbling tanks on 4 legs. Good. You're off to a quick start here. Go green.
Let's get physical for 10, please.
Let's get physical for
10, please.
10 points. All right. Your question is as follows. Multiple choice. If you mix a substance like clay in a glass of water, if you stir it around and you shake it, no matter how much you do that, the clay never dissolves, but it stays floating in tiny pieces. Which of the following have you created? Have you created a colloid, an emulsion, or a suspension? University Park.
Emulsion.
Not an emulsion. Is it a colloid, an emulsion, or a suspension if you have clay particles spinning around in water that will not dissolve?
A colloid?
It's a suspension. It was the one neither of you chose. Go again, green.
Dateline science for 10, please.
Dateline for 10. The Westminster Dog Show winner this year was a pug. One of the 450 of these B-initialed varieties of dog that include herders, retrievers, guardians, and others. Different kinds of what, University Park?
Pass to Avery.
Avery? What you got? Need something. Let's go to Yorktown. Breeders, herders, guardians, and others. These are B-initialed varieties of dogs. That B stands for what?
Breeds.
Breeds, yes, they are different breeds, yes. Good, go green.
Science potpourri for 10, please.
Potpourri for 10. Look at the picture, please, on the monitor. You know, the terrible fire that destroyed much of Notre Dame, that Notre Dame has been rebuilt. Atop the spire of the recently rebuilt Notre Dame Cathedral is a golden rooster. There it is with wings of fire. Reminiscent of what mythological bird that rose from its own ashes, University Park?
Phoenix.
The phoenix is right, absolutely right. Just under the wire, that buzzer said we've come to the end of the first round. It's a close game. University Park 70, Yorktown 90. We'll be back with round 2 and some interviews with our players in just a moment. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Science Bowl. What a great game we've got going here for the chance to be one of the 2 finalists in this year's elementary competition. If you've not met these young people before, let's give you the opportunity right now. They are all outstanding young people. Let's go first to University Park. And Izzy, tell us the Izzy story later. Tell us the UP story. Who's your principal over there?
Dr. Davis.
Dr. Davis. She's been there for a number of years. She's just a great principal. And you have one of the longest serving coaches ever in Science Bowl history. Who's that?
Mr. Favero.
Mr. Favero, yes, and he's got a matching shirt as all of you guys do, and every year he comes up with a different kind of shirt to kind of match the moment here. Thank you, Jeff, for all that you've done for us here. Tell us about any alternates you have, Izzy.
Samantha, Dylan, Dakota, and Creighton.
Wonderful, and I know they trained really hard, just like you guys did. And I said before, all of you are wearing safety patrol sashes there, but that was not a requirement to be on the team. No, it just happened to be a coincidence here. What do you like about University Park, Izzy?
Everything, really.
That's a great answer, everything. I've been there over the years for Read Across America Day, where you have green eggs and ham breakfasts over there, and anytime I go in there, there seems to be something wonderful happening. Everyone seems to have a good spirit over there. Izzy, you're still thinking about what you want to do in the future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope from a personal point of view, it has something to do with science, because you'd have a lot to offer. Cora, nice to have you here today. Tell us about yourself. You're a soccer player, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Would you like to be a professional soccer player?
No.
No. There's probably some good money in that, but it's time limited, because you probably can't do it for the rest of your life. Have you thought about a career? What are you thinking about?
I want to be a vet.
A vet. Why so?
Because there was this one time when I watched a veterinarian show.
And you told me you have a dog, right?
Yeah.
And it is a Burmese?
No, it's a Bernedoodle.
Yeah. And what's the dog's name?
Sunny.
Ah, I'm sure you take good. It's good practice for being a veterinarian. Nice to have you here. And Avery has his life already planned out. He wants to be a professor at the University of Maryland, and I don't think anything's going to stop him. When did you first come to that realization?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So you want to be a teacher?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you'd be a good one. I like your poise. I like how you play the game here. And what do you do in your spare time?
I play sports and I play video games.
Wonderful. It's like a normal kid. Do all these things. You're doing what you should be doing. Let's go over to Yorktown. And you guys do all the things kids should be doing too. Jocelyn, tell us about Yorktown. You got a nice principal.
Dr. Aiken.
And you got a couple sponsors, right?
Our sponsor is Miss Burnett, and our coach is Coach Amy.
Wonderful. And you got some alternates too.
Yes, our alternates are Paula and Mary.
Wonderful. And I've been to Yorktown a number of times over the years. I'm always impressed too when I walk into the school. It's serious business, but people look like they're having fun. Is that true?
Yes, we have lots of fun.
Anything else you want to tell us about your school?
We have a tag program, and we also, along with the tag program, we do the terrapin program in BGCPS, where we bring in a diamondback terrapin, a baby, and then we just care for it, feed it, and then release it back into the wild.
We actually have one of those terrapins right here in this building. Our head media specialist, Miss Fran Core downstairs, they start out like this big, and then all of a sudden you've got this fully grown. It's like watching a kid go off, you know, after you've reared. It's kind of emotional. Tell me what you want to do someday, Jocelyn.
I would like to be a pediatric endocrinologist.
Wow, that is a mouthful. Pediatric
Yes.
endocrinologist. How long have you known that?
A couple months maybe.
Yeah? Well, you've got the smarts and you've got the energy, and boy, they'd be lucky to have you in that profession. Hey, Ron Gabriel, tell us about your engineering dreams over there. What kind of engineer would you like to be? He shared that with me earlier.
I haven't decided yet, but I would like to be like a for like ships or like building.
Yeah. So maybe a mechanical engineer. So you like
maybe.
So you want to build things. Would you like to build cars or buildings or
Like
bridges?
buildings.
Very nice. Oh yeah, there are a lot of really avant-garde buildings out there. They lean this way, and you know, all these architects try to outdo each other. You're playing a nice game here, young man. And Phaedra, you, I said in the last game, you have a long list of things that you do, and we're surprised you have time for us. Tell us some of the things you do in your spare time.
I like to play the trumpet. I play with my brother. I like Legos, and I play soccer as well.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're doing all the right things, and you've obviously prepared well to be here today. And what is it that you want to do someday? Have you thought about that?
I would like to be a medical scientist.
Medical science. So we have some scientists here today, and hopefully this is one small step in what's going to be a wonderful career for all of you guys. Let's get back into the game. 70 for University Park, 90 for Yorktown. Lots of points to give away. Let's go red.
Zoo for 10 points.
Zoo for 10. While almost all bears are omnivores, the one exception is the polar bear. This is strictly one of these. University Park.
Carnivore.
A carnivore. Yes, it's an obligate carnivore. It must eat meat. Go. Red.
Green things for 10 points.
Green for 10. Question is as follows. Even though they mostly live in the shade, ferns can still photosynthesize because they have changed this green pigment to be
Chlorophyll.
chlorophyll, to be able to make use of low-level red light. Yes, always wondered about that. Go green.
Body systems for 15, please.
Body system for?
15, please.
Question is, until you're a teenager, the ends of these body parts don't ossify so they can grow longer.
Legs.
More generally.
Feet.
No. Yorktown, until you're a teenager, the ends of these body parts don't ossify so they can grow longer.
Limbs.
Bones. Bones is what we needed to hear the word bones. No points. Go again, please. Green.
Let's get physical for 15, please.
Physical for 15 points. Question is as follows. Two-part answer. 2 environmental variables that determine the shape of a snowflake are measured by a thermometer and a hygrometer. What are those 2 variables? Yorktown.
Temperature and wind speed?
Good try. A thermometer and a hygrometer measure respectively these two environmental variables.
The temperature and length.
Humidity. Humidity is the hygrometer. No points. Go again, please, Green. We're stuck here. 100 to 80. Let's get some points.
Science potpourri for 15, please.
Potpourri for 15 points. A new animated movie called Flow won an Academy Award. Stars 4 animals that get swept away by one of these waves. University Park.
Tsunami.
A tsunami, yeah, that follows earthquakes. Good. That's what you needed. Almost a tie score. Go, red.
Dateline for 15 points.
Dateline, 15 points. Back in 1665, when scientist Robert Hooke was looking at a piece of cork through a microscope, he noticed the tiny compartments that looked like a bee's honeycomb and decided to call them these that all, yes.
Air bubbles?
Not air bubbles. He decided after seeing that honeycomb shape, looking at the cork, that he would call them these, of which all living things are composed.
Matter?
Cells. Cells, the cells, that's the shape of a cell. Go again, please, red.
Zoo for 15.
Zoo for 15 points. It goes without saying that you should never kick a hornet's nest. Don't even think about it. A hornet's nest is made of wood pulp that the hornet grinds up and mixes with what liquid that the hornet makes? University Park.
Honey?
Not honey. What does the hornet produce? What liquid that it mixes with that ground up wood pulp to make its nest? Saliva was the right answer there. Go again, red.
Green for
You overthought it. Go, red.
Green things for 15 points.
Again?
Green things, 15.
Green things for 15 points. The two-part answer. The pioneering plant geneticist Luther Burbank used to crossbreed different fruit trees, and he developed a fruit called a plum-cot, a mix of what two fruits? Yorktown.
A plum and an apricot?
That's it. You got it. Good. Go. Green.
Body systems for 20, please.
Body system for?
20, please.
Here's your question. Instead of calling the two big veins that bring blood back to your heart from the top of your body and the bottom, the upper and lower vena cavas, they call them instead the superior and the what vena cava? University Park. Yes, ma'am.
Pass to
Avery?
Weak.
No. Instead of calling them the upper and lower vena cava, they call them the superior and the what vena cava?
Ventricle?
Inferior. I was looking for the opposite. Instead of upper and lower, superior and inferior. All right, sorry, no points. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20, please.
Physical for 20 points. A superconductor is a metal like tin or lead that can, at the temperature of absolute zero, carry an electric current without what our initial force that means to hold back. University Park.
Resistance?
Resistance, that's right, yes. Very little resistance. A superconductor. Good. 115 all. Tie score. Go red.
Potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Here's the question. Animals that are the best adapted to the environment, and not necessarily the biggest or the strongest, are the ones being described in the phrase, the survival of the what? Yorktown. What you got?
Pastor and Gabriel?
Fitness?
What again?
Fitness?
Not quite. Not quite. University Park, can you tell us the survival of the what are the animals that are best adapted to the environment, not always the biggest or the strongest?
Wild?
Fittest. The survival of the fittest. You didn't quite give it what we needed over there, Ron. It was a good try. Still tied. Go back to red.
Dateline, science for 20 points.
Dateline for 20. Here's your question. Multiple choice. If a person comes down with Eastern equine encephalitis, a rare mosquito-borne disease, is one of the symptoms stomach aches, difficulty breathing, or headaches? University Park.
Difficulty breathing?
No. Yorktown. Eastern equine encephalitis, one of the symptoms. Stomach aches, difficulty breathing, or headaches? What you got?
The first one?
Correct answer was the last one, headaches. Encephalo. Cephala, it always refers to the head. Go again, red. Still tied.
Zoo parade for 20 points.
Zoo parade for 20. Here's your question. Look at the monitor in the studio, please, for this question. You'll see a shark. You'll see a nasty-looking shark. To avoid predators from above, fish have something called counter shading, meaning their backs are dark colored and they have a white underbelly, making the fish harder to see if they cast any of these. University Park.
Shadows?
Shadows, that's what I want to hear. Yes, good, go red.
Green things for 20 points.
Green things for 20 points. It was the artist Leonardo da Vinci who discovered that these would reveal a tree's age. And, yes, Yorktown.
It's rings.
It's rings and the amount of ring that fell during its lifetime. Good, we're still tied at 135. Go green.
Body systems for 25, please.
Body for 25 points. If you've ever chopped onions, you know you start to cry. But you won't cry when you're cooking onions, but because the heat deactivates one of these E-initial chemicals. Yorktown?
Enzymes.
Enzymes, yes, it breaks down the sulfur in the onion without being destroyed itself. Go green.
Let's get physical for 25, please.
Physical for 25, the big one in that category. You might have heard about this. The oldest known working light bulb, incandescent light bulb, is almost 125 years old. It has never stopped working. It has a filament inside made of carbon instead of what chemical used in modern bulbs? Yes?
Neon?
Not neon. Good try. University Park. The filament inside modern incandescent bulbs is not carbon, but it is the chemical element on the periodic table that is symbolized W. Can you tell me that chemical?
Past Avery.
Radon?
No, it is tungsten. Tungsten was the right answer there. Go again, green.
Oh, science potpourri for 25, please.
Potpourri for 25. All right. Well, birds can migrate by flying over oceans. Recent studies have shown that the longest transoceanic migration made by a terrestrial vertebrate is a 5,000-mile journey made by these I-initialed lizards. University Park.
Iguanas.
Iguanas, yes, from South America to Fiji, on mats of vegetation. Go red. Tie score 160 all.
Dateline science for 25 points.
Dateline science for 25 points. Here's your question. We're going to move to, I thought we asked that. Dateline for 25? Sorry about that. Dateline for 25. 6 surgeons recently performed the most complete transplant ever of organs in the throat. They transplanted the larynx, the pharynx, the upper trachea, the upper esophagus, and this T-initialed...
Tongue?
No, not the tongue, Yorktown. In addition to all those organs, larynx, pharynx, upper trachea, and upper esophagus, they also transplanted this T-initialed endocrine gland.
Trachea?
No, the thyroid. The thyroid was the right answer there. 2 questions left. You pick it, Izzy.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25 points. All right, let's see what we can do with this one here. All right. Crocodiles have long been observed to exhibit gustatory lacrimation, meaning they cry when they what? University Park.
Sleep?
Not when they sleep. Nope. Gustatory lacrimation means crocodiles have long observed doing this. They cry when they what?
Breathe.
Eat. Eat. 1 question left. If we don't get this, we'll have to go to sudden death. This is going to be green things for 25 points. All right, teams, good luck. Here we go. The green stem of a cactus has a very thick layer of cells known by this E-initialed name. Yorktown.
Epidermis.
You got it. Epidermis is the right answer. 25 points. That means Yorktown is our winner today. We're all sweating over here. We'll be right back with a double check on that score. Don't go away. And welcome back. We're trying to catch our breath here in the studio. That was a hard stopper of a game, as you saw. It came on to the very last question. And it was no surprise. These teams were so evenly matched. They had prepared so well. They are the best. They are the elite students here in Prince George's County, and they proved it today. Look at our final tally. 160 University Park, 185 Yorktown. The epidermis did it for you guys over there. Jocelyn, would you be good enough, after we give a nice round of applause to them, to introduce everybody over there? Who you got with you?
This is our coach, Coach Amy. This is our alternate Paula, our other alternate Mary, and our sponsor, Miss Burnett.
Wonderful. Boy, you guys did a terrific job. We will see you in the finals. You deserve it. You deserve it. And talk about, you guys deserve it as well. Let's give a nice round of applause to that University Park team. All right, we got our future college professor over here and two great assistants over here. You all played a great game here. Izzy, tell us who's back there. We know who's back there.
We have Samantha, Dylan, and Dakota's in the bathroom, and Mr. Favero.
And Mr. Favero, for 30 plus years, Jeff, congratulations, all you've done for us here. And thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you for the next semifinal match and then the final here later this month. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Dave Zarin. Till later. Bye-bye.